Yeah, you may have to start over though.
So they didn't hear anything?
I'm guessing not.
Okay. All right, so let's rewind. Okay, so first, before we get into today's lesson, as I finish up the assignment sheet for next week, I'm going to do that today. I would like to get any feedback from y'all about that sheet with the assignments. Is it clear? Is there anything I can do to it to change it and make it more clear? I would really appreciate if it's not working for you. I want to hear from you if I can adapt it or change it in any way. Please let me know. I'm going to try to have that finished today for next week. So I really would like your feedback. So you can just message through this and then I can get it later. I'll work on it in my office later on today. So I do want to hear from you if it's not clear enough. So picking up where we left off yesterday, we are going to start on page 378. But just to review quickly, yesterday we talked about adjacent angles. Those are two angles that are next to each other. They share a side, they share a vertex, but they cannot overlap in any way. And then we talked about complementary angles. Those are two angles that add to 90 degrees. And we talked about supplementary angles, and those are two angles that add to 80 degrees. Then we started working with triangles. Every triangle has 180 degrees in it. But there's something I want you to notice about the definition of supplementary. Supplementary angles are two angles that add to 180 degrees. So we can't say that the angles of a triangle are supplementary because that's three angles. Okay. By definition, for supplementary and complementary, it is limited to two angles. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention because that could easily be overlooked. All right. So we are starting on page 378. We're still going to be working with triangles, but specifically we're going to be working with right triangles. So this is what you're looking at in your book on example 8.1e. This is the triangle that you're looking at. It's pretty typical, by the way, for this right angle, the vertex guy in the triangle, to be called angle C, by the way. So the directions on this scenario right here is to find angle A. So we're looking for this angle right here. So basically you're going to do what you did yesterday. That, however, is the long way. So we'll do it that way, the way that we did it yesterday first, but then we're going to talk about a shorter route to get to the answer, okay? So I know that in this triangle there are 180 degrees. So doing it how we did yesterday, there's that, and then I'm subtracting this angle that I know, angle B, 35. But there's also another angle that I know the measurement of, even though I don't see another number. I know that angle C is a right angle because of the symbol, and that is also 90 degrees. So I can take that away from the 180 as well. So I do all that math, and I believe it's 55. So this would be the long way. The surefire way that'll work every single time. But it is to your advantage, and it's less work if you, in dealing with a right triangle, you just automatically take this 90 degrees out right off the top, okay? So I know that this is 180 degrees. Instantly, this angle, this 90-degree angle, when I take it out, that leaves me with 90 degrees. So basically, all I'm doing is I'm looking for the complement of this 35-degree angle, okay? So let me just do the math of what I just did in case my words didn't make sense. So here is the entire triangle to begin with. Let's take out this 90-degree angle right here. That leaves me with 90 degrees. So I know that these two angles have to add up to 90 degrees because that's what's left after I take that right triangle. I mean that right angle out of that triangle. So if I have 90 degrees between the two of them, and I know that this is 35, then I just really have to go 90 minus 35. That math. That's 55. So if you have a right triangle, then you don't have to do all of that math. You can just go straight to finding the complement of the angle that you know. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. All right? Chime in if it doesn't. I'll back up. So the second part of that example says for right triangle KLJ, find angle J if angle L is a right angle and angle K is 10 degrees. So there's not a picture here, but just to kind of help you see what we're doing, I'm going to draw a picture. It's not something that you have to do, but I'm just going to do it just to kind of help you see. So for a right triangle, so I know that this is a right triangle, find angle J, so I don't know, I'll call this J. If L is a right angle, so that means that this is L, and K is 10 degrees. So that's what that would look like if the problem had been set up like this. Now again, this isn't something that you have to do. I just want to give you a visual, okay? It's this. I just want you to see that it's the same thing, right? So this is a right triangle, so I know that right off the bat I can take 90 degrees from my 180, leaving me with 90. So I know that these two angles have to add up to 90, so this would have to be 80 to add that 10. So I know that this is 80 degrees. All I did was I found a complement to the angle that I knew. 90 minus 10. Here I go, not doing my degree symbols. Okay? So this, you can just go straight to this. And you don't even have to do this. Okay? If it helps you to draw a diagram so that you can see what's going on, feel free to, but it's not necessary if you understand what you're doing. Okay? So let me know if you have any questions about that. I'm going to move on to the next example, but I know there's a lag in the video, so, or in the comments or whatever, but I can always go back. So don't think to yourself, oh, she's moved on, because we'll get the message and then we'll go back to it. Okay? So let's go to the next example. And we're going to start labeling triangles. So at the bottom of page 378, where it says right triangle setup. So I'm just going to read through this, so y'all just read with me. The sides of a triangle are labeled in reference to the angles of a triangle, okay? So the sides are always lowercase, so we always use lowercase letters for the sides. The angles are always capitalized. For example, So this is what you're looking at. This is triangle A, B, C. Okay, so this would be named triangle A, B, C, like this. Okay, my angles have capital letters as their names. So when I name the sides, I name it according to the angle that it's opposite of. Okay, so here is angle A, and so I go to its opposite side. Here's angle A, and his opposite side is right here. It's CB. Okay, like a line segment, CB. When I name the side, I name it a lowercase a. Right? So let's do the other two sides. So here's angle B, right down here. So I go across from it. So like these are the sides that make up angle B. So the opposite side is AC. He does not make up that angle in any way. Okay? So I go opposite of angle B, this side I'm going to name B with a lowercase b. This is angle C. I go to his opposite side, which is AB, and I name that side a lowercase c. Any questions about that? So I'll run through example 8.1F, has two examples on it. So just for some practice, we'll go through those. So part A says label the sides of the triangle in reference to the angles. So this is, we are given triangle XYZ. Okay. So I'm given the angles, I need to label the sides. So it doesn't matter where you start. I'll just start, I'll do them in alphabetical order. So this is angle X. So I'm looking for the side that's opposite of angle X. Okay? So I go over to the opposite side. This is side X. Here's angle Y. So I go to the opposite side. This would be a lowercase y. There is Z. So his opposite side. That would be a lowercase. Sorry, the pollen is killing me. Okay, the second example, we're going to go the opposite way. So you have a triangle. Let me set it up over here. Okay, so on this one, I was given the sides, and we have to label the angle. Okay, so remember, we're going to do that with a capital letter. So we're going to go to a side, and then we're going to shoot across and find the angle that's opposite it. So I guess we'll just do it in alphabetical order again. Okay, so here, this side right here, it has been named side Q. Okay, so we need to find the angle that is opposite this side. So I'm coming across this. So this would be angle Q. Then this side right here is R. So I'm going to go across to the angle that's opposite it, that vertex right there, is named R with a capital letter. And then lastly, here side S, go to the angle that's opposite it, that is with a capital S. So you can see, like if we took angle Q, for instance, this is angle Q. So the side opposite, what we're going to name as Q, is the side that is no part of this angle. Okay, because this angle is made up of side S and side R. So that it is the other side that has nothing to do with that angle. It's the one opposite that angle. Any questions? Oh, that's all we're going to go over today. We'll start going. I'll just kind of guide you through the assignment and make sure that you understand what I'm looking for if there aren't any. Okay, so you'll see on your sheet for Wednesday, the assignment says to read pages 378, 379. Those are the material I went over. Examples E and F, the examples that I went over. And so what you would be writing down as your assignment is 8.1 verse 41 through 56 on page 385. So turn over to page 385. And let's just talk about what this assignment is going to look like whenever you turn it in. So you'll see numbers 41 through 46 were like the example where you had a diagram of a triangle that was given to you. These are all right triangles. That's what we're dealing with today. And so what I do want to see on these is the math. It's going to be very simple math, but I just want to see, because you're not here to talk to me, I want to see the math that you do. So it would probably be helpful to draw it. You can just sketch out a little triangle. This is what I want to see. Okay, so this is you writing the problem, okay? And then I want to see the math it did. So if you take the short way, you're going to go ahead and take the 90 degrees out of this right triangle. It's this angle C here, because of that symbol, we know that it is a right angle. So you can go ahead and extract that 90, leaving you 90 to be shared between these two angles. So taking the short way, you can just find the complement of this, okay? So the fast way is 90 minus 23, and that is going to be your answer, okay? If that's not making a whole lot of sense to you yet, then take the long way, okay? When in doubt, take the long way, okay? The long way being what we did yesterday, where then you would show me that you started with the entire triangle, okay? And then you take out that one, and then you take out this one, and then this would be your answer, okay? these are going to be the same. Doesn't matter. Okay? But I want to see, are you going the long way or are you going the short way? Okay? So that will work for 41 through 46. Okay? And then 47 through 52 are the types of problems where you are only given angles. So this is what I would like to see on these problems. Writing your problem, have angle X, angle Y, angles Z. It says find Z, so this is the one that we're going to be looking for. If angle Y is 15, so I'm going to plug that in there. And angle X is a right angle, so plug that in there. And I'm looking for angle Z. If it helps to draw a picture, feel free to do so. Okay, if you did want to do that, then this is, I'm just going to show you what it would look like if you did, but you don't have to. If you're visual, you need to see it, then the 90-degree angle X would go here. It doesn't matter which one is Y and Z. Y guy would be 15. Then I'm looking for that guy right there. Okay, so now as far as the math goes, just do like you did these. Okay, the fast way, the short way, kind of looks like. So the fast way is for you to say, okay, this triangle that had 180 degrees, I'm taking this right angle out, that's taking 90 away, leaving me with 90. These two just have to add to 90. So I'm just going to go 90 minus 15. Okay, and then you can show me that. Okay, if you're still like getting used to all this, because I know some of you guys haven't even had geometry yet, and so for a handful of you, this is brand new. So you do it however you need to do it. You take as many steps as you need so that it makes sense to you. Okay, so this would be a short way. You can show me this. You don't have to show me this if you don't want to. You just do this if it's helpful to you. If you need to do it the long way, then you're going to show me, there's my triangle minus that angle minus that angle, and then you're going to get an answer there. And then plug it in here. Okay? These, it's either this or this. But put it in there. So this ultimately is what I'm looking for with either this or this to the side. Okay? And the last section you're going to do is, so let's see, 53. You're going to have to draw the triangle. Your problem looks like this. So on this one, I've been given the angles, each one, the vertex, and so the sides are missing. So I have to label the sides. I'm assuming it's going to go, yeah, some of them you will be given the sides, you got to label the angles, some of them, the angles, you got to label the sides. Okay, so this one is with the angles labeled, so then you just label the sides. Okay, so like this is angle A, I would go to the side opposite it, so I would put a lowercase a. Okay, so I'm going to be grading not just the location of all these letters, but certain ones, remember, have to be capitalized and certain ones have to be lowercase. So this B, I go over to the opposite side here. So that would be side B, and then C, lowercase c. If you had geometry, you should know what this is called. Special name for that guy. Don't remember, we'll refresh that tomorrow, I think. We'll get into that. So this is an example of each one of your problems, what I'm looking for, and that's all we're going to go over. Our class time. So do numbers 41 through 56 today. And again, I still miss you guys. And it looks like we're kind of in this for the long haul, maybe. But hopefully this is working for you well. And we're going at a nice, doable pace. So feel free to contact me through Parent Square if you have any troubles. But if you guys don't have any questions, then we're done. Good day.